It's become kind of a cliche to complain about the US Department of Motor Vehicles. Everyone knows that the workers are rude, the lines are long, and the process is convoluted. The nationwide average wait time is 44 minutes, while several states report wait times upwards of an hour. Both Dakotas sit at an hour and 45 minutes. Even the buildings are remarkably drab and ugly. I know this is a cliche, there are some DMVs that are pretty well run, but the general principle stands. The DMV, like all government services, suffers from waste, inefficiency, and laziness.
Typically, private sector is going to do it more efficiently and effectively in order to maintain the profit margins that they need.
Most conservatives know that privatized enterprises are better, but mainstream conservatives often fail to explain why. It's not just that our current government is corrupt and incompetent. Even if the state was run by wise and capable leaders, government services would still be less efficient. It's a fundamental problem of incentives. A privately owned DMV has a direct incentive to make the lines shorter, the buildings nicer, and the workers friendlier, because otherwise they risk losing business to rival firms. Their paychecks directly reflect customer satisfaction. Of course, the initial objection is obvious, and at first glance seems to render my whole argument ridiculous. Sure, a state-owned DMV is wasteful and inefficient, but the alternative is much worse, isn't it? If people are buying their driver's license, a private DMV has a profit motive to satisfy customers by giving them licenses, even if they don't fully meet the requirements. So people will pass the test who really shouldn't be on the road, resulting in more car wrecks, more deaths, and more destruction of property. At first glance, this seems like a pretty solid argument. But taken to its logical conclusion, this argument leads to full-on communism. Every industry involves temptations to make immoral revenue. Should they all be government owned? Should wine be government owned to remove the incentive to sell to underage customers? Should grocery stores be government owned to remove the incentive to sell unhealthy food? This argument against a privatized DMV applies just as strongly to other industries, but it would be a mistake to nationalize all industries, right? It's the government's role to monitor businesses, not to run them. The answer is regulations. Just like private grocery stores aren't allowed to sell alcohol to teenagers, private DMVs wouldn't be allowed to sell licenses to unqualified drivers. Not only could the government monitor this through simple investigation, but rival firms have a strong incentive to report misdoings. This is an added benefit of competition. If private DMV 1 is fudging the test, private DMV 2 will be more than happy to blow the whistle on their competitor. But there's another much better objection. One could argue that, while our current government is incapable of running the DMV, a properly ordered government could mimic the incentive structures of the market without actually selling driver's licenses. In other words, we could have the efficiency of the market without the risk of corruption. All the policies that businesses implement to raise efficiency could theoretically be implemented by a central planner. Just like they would under free market competition, capable bureaucrats could reward friendly and efficient workers and fire rude ones. If I have an idea to make production more efficient, nothing prevents the central planner from implementing my plan and rewarding me just like the capitalist would. But the very fact that such policies haven't been implemented demonstrates the fallacy here. Sure, if every member of these bureaucracies was wise and virtuous, a publicly owned DMV could work. But the fact of the matter is that bureaucrats are not wise and virtuous. They're foolish, stupid, and corrupt. Bureaucrats don't care about making the DMV efficient and convenient. And even if they did, they're too stupid to imitate the efficiency of the market. So the lines are long, the process is held back by convoluted regulations, and the experience is miserable. Privatize the DMV. God bless America.